Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 7 video, bringing you probably one of my most favorite designed Pokemon, ELECTIVIRE. Now, just because it's my most favorite design, or one of my most favorite designs, does not mean it's the best Pokemon in the game, because it's notoriously not that great. But it does have this cool ability called Motor Drive, which means I can probably make something work with this Pokemon, especially when you pair it next to the Tapu Koko. Now, this was also the second most wanted Pokemon for this week. It was very close with Walrein and ELECTIVIRE, so I'm very happy that I'm able to showcase both of them. Yeah, we're going for the Motor Drive. We're going for the Discharge on the Koko. So what we do is Discharge first turn, get ourselves a +1, Dynamax ourselves, use the Electric Terrain to our advantage, and then go for the Life Orb boosted Max Lightning in the Electric Terrain onto whatever the heck we can go against. Obviously, this lead is very weak to ground, so we have the Landorus to kind of give us that immunity. It also gives us that access to Intimidate spam. We have the Fini just in case they decide to burn us, because that's the other problem with ELECTIVIRE is that we are susceptible to burns because we are a physical Pokemon. We have the Dusclops as a Trick Room option, followed by Trick Room option. We also have the Glastrier in case we have to go that route. In case we can't be fast enough, we can be slow enough, which turns into fast enough. That's the thought process. Anyway, if you guys are excited to see ELECTIVIRE here on the channel, let's give this boy 100 likes for today's video, just because it's one of my favorite Pokemon, and because I feel like it's a fan favorite, and a lot of people don't get to see it in action. And we might as well use it now before VGC turns into restricted mons only, because I just finished playing a GS tournament, and I gotta say, it's gonna definitely be very difficult to use things like ELECTIVIRE when GS Cup is gonna be available, which, who knows, it might not be available. But anyway, let's use ELECTIVIRE while we can, and let's get on to these battles. Alright, the Moltres is a little bit terrifying for my team. This kind of forced me to have to bring the Glastrier. The Landorus is also not very good against my... Not really good for me versus my double electric lead. Even the Regieleki. Ooh, this is going to be a hard battle. Okay, let's go with the double electric lead, because I do think that in most scenarios, we could still pull it off. We'll go Koko, we'll go ELECTIVIRE. We could also bring in our own Landorus, because the Intimidate would help a lot against the Glastrier. Even though it actually wouldn't matter too much, because Glastrier can probably still pop us with an Icicle Crash after one Intimidate. Maybe even Fini might be good here. Fini might be good just to go against the Landorus, actually. Let's do Fini. Do we do Landorus, or do we bring the Glastrier just so we can have a way against the Moltres and against the Landorus as well? I guess Landorus could also help against the Moltres. Actually, we have so many electric types on this team. Do we really need another way to deal with Moltres? Let's just bring in our own Landorus and then have our Fini be our Landorus answer. We could be in danger. I have no idea yet. My only hope is that maybe ELECTIVIRE can do something. As long as they don't expect my ELECTIVIRE to have Ice Punch, we should be fine. Send out the Eleki. That's not great. But it does help because we have Motor Drive, though. Here's the thing, though. The Landorus is in the back somewhere, and it's such a nice switch-in for my opponent to switch in the Landorus in either that Moltres spot. Which is honestly what I think they're going to do. I'm going to Hailstorm the Moltres. And I'm going to Discharge. That way, it's a win-win for me. Either they swap in the Landorus on that spot, or they lose the Moltres. Oh! Not bad. Not bad. I am so far loving this. That is so amazing. Oh, that switch. I gotta say, my opponent doesn't even know what's coming. The Eleki can't do much either except set up screens, right? Because if it goes for an electric move, it just ends up helping me. Yeah, it just sets up screens. Okay, it doesn't set up the right screen, though. This is how you get rid of a Landorus, boys. Discharge. Motor Drive, boosting my speed. Not that it matters right now, but hey, 2 Motor Drives now, speed that Eleki. Get some damage off on the Eleki as well, and firing off one big ol' hailstorm. Goodbye, Lando. It was nice knowing ya. And it was even nicer deleting ya. I am floored right now. That's amazing. Okay, cool. Well, got rid of our only threat to Electivire. I still don't care about the Regieleki. It can set up screens all at once. I actually can't stop it from setting up screens right now. So if my opponent brings back in the Moltres, which they do, all we do is just go for the Max Lightning boost onto the Moltres, and let's go for another discharge here. We'll give a weakness policy, sure, but we might actually take it out here. Dynamax on the Moltres spot. The reason why I think we're going to take it out, because this is like a super effective physical move. With Life Orb in the electric terrain. So this is big old damage. There's the Reflect, right? Yep. Also Reflect. Sets up dual screens there. My only hope is that this is still enough. Ooh, not even close. Oh no, that's bad. I just gave my dude Berserk and the weakness policy. It's fine though, right? Because maybe we get the pair here with the discharge. And maybe they decide not to attack Electivire there. It'd be weird for them not to attack Electivire. But maybe they don't. Who knows? Yikes. Okay, they have to attack Electivire. If they don't attack Electivire, they lose. Darkness into probably the Electivire. Bye, Electivire. It did something, guys. It did something. It just didn't do much in the second half. But it's fine. We got this. Our next plan becomes take out the Moltres. Because, I mean, we're close to that plan finishing, right? Do we go Lando? I guess we go Lando. Yeah, we go Lando. We still have the speed control because he decided not to Airstream that last turn. So we can still do something here. I think just a simple Rock Slide plus Discharge will be enough. Just so we get some chip damage off. So go for the Rock Slide, we'll go for the Discharge. And we'll call it there. Could also switch to Dazzling Gleam, right? They're both equally as effective, but Discharge gets the boost from the terrain. I don't know if I'm actually getting the boost. I don't know. I know I'm touching the ground, but if they're touching the ground, do I still get the super effective boost? I never know that the answer to that question. Let's go for the Gleam instead. Just so we get a little bit more damage off on the Regieleki. Electro Web. Well, that doesn't affect Landorus. It does affect the Koko, though. Koko's so fast, though. Will it make the difference? I hope not. Here's a Rock Slide. That's good damage. We need the Dazzling Gleam to connect now. No! Bad! Goes for the Koko. Bad, 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 bad. Alright. One Rock Slide should still do it, though. We still should outspeed. Theoretically, because plus we have our Choice Scarf. That cat just jumped off something it should not jump off and landed into a bunch of boxes. Okay, we should still outspeed here. And we have the Fini. I don't know what difference the Fini makes, but we have a Fini. I think we should protect the Fini. Just so we don't get Electro Webbed. Is this a double KO? It should be, right? With the Rock Slide? Maybe not. I definitely want to protect here. This Moltres is doing way too much to my team, and I don't like it. But like I said, we outspeed here. So that's all that matters. It's not even the Moltres. It's the fact that those screens are up is what's stopping me from doing so much damage right now. Let's protect with Fini. The dude over here just goes for the Electro Web, right? Yep, there it is. Doesn't actually affect either one of my Pokemon. My Choice Scarf Lander should now outspeed and hopefully connect with everything. Nice. Does not take out the Eleki, but still good enough. If the only thing Eleki has is Electro Web, I think my Fini could take at least one. Now I just have to Rock Slide everything until the end of time. Please be like an Urshifu or something. If it's Urshifu, we have a very good chance here. Ooh, Urshifu the Galar champion. Okay, now this Urshifu needs to not have Poison Jab. I'm going to go for Rock Slide here, and I'm going to go for Moonblast onto Urshi. Will that be enough? Volt Switch. Oh, that's not good. That hurts too much. I think I need the Urshi to get flinched here. Oh, no. It's not going to happen. He goes for the Wicked Blow. Onto Landorus. Oh, you messed up, man. If he Wicked Blow the Fini there, he would have won. We did it, boys. Whew. Well, that was stressful. That was a very stressful end to that battle. Anyway, Electivire got a win here on the ladder. Not bad. Let's go ahead and check out this next battle. Regirock, Cinderace, and a Raikou. And an Excadrill just kind of sitting there in the middle. Interesting. A lot of Pokemon that don't want to deal with electric, but also a lot of Pokemon that do. I think the Coco Electivire is still my best lead here, but I definitely need my Landorus. Wow. I've never needed a Landorus more in my life. 1, 2, 3 4 ground weaknesses on one team and only one immunity to it. Yeah, Landorus for sure. Do I bother bringing the Fini though with all of those electric types? I guess why not? Fini still does help against the rock types and also does help in case he decides to get some burns off. I go with the same 4. And I think I really need my Electivire to impress me this game. Especially if they decide to lead with the Regirock. If they lead with the Regirock, I am in some serious trouble. I've never been in more trouble in my life if they lead with this Regirock. And I'm pretty sure they realized that, right? They understand that my whole strategy here with Electivire. Yeah, there's the Regirock. Ugh. Okay, the only good thing we could do here is outspeed the Cinderace and hit it with the Max Quake. And then Discharge? Let's look at the rest of his team. Does have a Zapdos. And does have an Excadrill. I think the more obvious play would be for me to go for an electric move. So the hard swap on Cinderace would be into the Excadrill. So I should go for Max Quake since half of his team is weak to ground. And I highly doubt he wants to swap into the Zapdos here. So we're going to Discharge. We're going to Dynamax, and we're going to... I guess we could also Hailstorm. Let's Max Quake, though. Yes, we Discharge and we Quake. I highly doubt they Dynamax the Cinderace here. They're definitely Dynamaxing the Regirock, if I had to guess. They're also not swapping the Cinderace here, so this should be a clean KO on the Cinderace. Which I'm not complaining about. If we can get it to where Regirock is the last Pokemon alive and we could somehow stall out every turn of Dynamax Regirock has, we are in a pretty good position too. Because Regirock cannot 1v4. Or 1v3. Or even 1v2 that great. Especially if we have the Fini in the back with the Landorus. Then we should be in a good spot against the Regirock. I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to try to ignore it for as long as I can. And the Cinderace not switching is even better. Let's go for the Discharge. Give ourselves the Motor Drive. Outspeed the Cinderace, I hope. I'm max speed adamant. So maybe I don't outspeed Cinderace. We get the Para, which could come in handy. We do outspeed Cinderace. Nice. Go for the Max Quake. Has a Shuck Up. What? You're Shuck Berry Cinderace? It didn't help it, but what? How am I supposed to predict that? Was that just coaching Cinderace the whole time? With Shuck Berry and like Blaze? What? Goes for the rock fall. This is gonna hurt, but it's not gonna KO. Yeah, we can only take one more of those. So we have to make this last turn with Electivire count. I'm also pretty content with how much damage the discharge did to this Regirock, believe it or not. I'm surprised it did that much. All that does is show me that the Regirock is definitely not a Solvest. I'm gonna take this turn to discharge again. I'm actually gonna protect. Oh, the Excadrill is gonna be faster than me no matter what. Yeah, Excadrill is gonna outspeed me. Maybe I should just... Yeah, jump into Landorus there. Yeah, I'm gonna hop on into Landorus here. And I'm gonna attempt to go for another Max Quake onto Excadrill, but I highly doubt he's gonna let me do that. If this is Sandrush Excadrill, he outspeeds me, so I can't really do anything about that. I can only really effectively get one Motor Drive off, because after one I outspeed... Oh, he goes for Quake. Oh, he's gonna break his own weakness policy. Why? What's sad is that we just lived it, though. Okay, so we take out the Excadrill here, but still... He just got a weakness policy on this guy. Yikes. Okay, at least I know I can go for my super effective moves without worrying about giving a weakness policy. I'm gonna probably lose my Landorus here, though. I trade the Landorus for the Excadrill. Oh, Excadrill just lived. Oh, no. That means Excadrill's one more good attack off. Oh, my goodness. This is so bad. Yeah, Regirock's is gonna go un all over my Landorus's face. Rockfall. There it is. Yep, bye, Lando. Dang, man. That's really bad. That is as bad as it gets. We gotta bring in Fini. We gotta bring in Coco. We gotta double protect here, I think. Just to stall out the last turn of his Dynamax. Try to mitigate as much damage as it's doing. I just hope it gets parried, man. Get parried at any time, at any point of this game, please. It has so much health left. How am I gonna break through this thing? Alright, we protect. Just double protect here. Withdraws Exca. Okay. Into its own Fini. Different. Now, my biggest issue is the fact that this Regirock has so much special defense because of the sand. And I'm hoping that the sand ends eventually. But I know it's not even close to ending. Goes for the strike! You have strike to lower my speed! That's not good. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just not ideal, you know? Because now my Fini is going to be slower than his Fini. I actually don't want to KO his Fini yet. I think ideally I need him to get parried. I need to go for discharge and I need him to get parried. Then I'm just going to muddy water. Yeah. I need him to get parried or I need him to miss an attack through an accuracy drop. Fini protects. I just discharged myself. This is going to hurt, but I think it was necessary. Muddy water, please! Connects. That's a lot of damage. Yes! Okay. I shouldn't have discharged myself. But it worked out anyway. Because I think one more turn stalls out the sand. Which means when the Excadrill comes in here, I should be theoretically outspeeding it. With my Coco. I am gonna go for the Thunderbolt this time around on the U, and I'm gonna go for the Moonblast on U. That should be enough to KO still, which is all I'm really going for, is just straight KOs. The reason why I did discharge there is because I wanted damage off on that Regirock, and I'm not happy that this Fini actually survived that electric move. Why? Ugh. Oh, he Calm Minds. Wait, that's not that bad. That is not that bad. Moonblast should be enough here. Yes, okay, good. Oh, that para mattered so much. Sandstorm subsides. Now we are at -1 with the Koko and the Fini. But I think we outspeed Excadrill. All we gotta do is Gleam. Gleam and Moonblast Fini. Yeah, let's do that. Excadrill might protect here. But the Gleam plus Moonblast might be enough to take out Fini. Maybe not enough to take out Fini. Oh, he just EQs. Oh, he's so fast. Oh, he has telepathy on Fini. I didn't even realize that. My dude is scarfed. He's scarfed. Well, I deserve it, I guess. Oh my goodness. Telepathy on Fini and he's scarfed. My mind is blown. He deserves it. I mean, when you prepare that far into the game, you deserve it. He had Shuck a Cinderace. And he was my GG, man. Alright, my opponent wants to go real fast. With that Whimsicott. Alright. I'm a little bit worried about the Mamoswine. But I'm not too worried about the rest of the team. I think we actually bring ELECTIVIRE and Koko in the back. Might be that kind of game. Because I want to bring in Dusclops, I want to bring in Glastrier. Set it up that way, bring the Koko ELECTIVIRE in the back. I feel like Koko ELECTIVIRE kind of had a really big showcase today. And against Tailwind teams, this is kind of the only thing we can go for. Because if they're going to Tailwind, we'll just set up Trick Room and then we'll prosper that way. I don't know if we'll set the Dynamax up with the Glastrier, but it really depends on who we're up against. Like, if we're up against the Mamoswine, we might have to. If we're up against, like, the Celesteela, then we probably don't want to waste it there. Probably want to waste it on the, on my 2 electric types from against the Celesteela. All I know is that my ELECTIVIRE and my Koko both have to come to this battle. And I have to find some kind of way of removing this Mamoswine from the game early. I think my only way is to actually bring in my Glacier and do some serious damage. The Urshifu I'm not too concerned with just because Koko has Dazzling Gleam. But this really depends on what my opponent leads. Vishnu, what you got for me, dude? What you got me, man? I'm assuming Mamo lead. Raikou. Completely opposite of what I thought it was going to be. I don't think either of these Pokemon carry Taunt except for Whim. But if he's taunting, he's not Trick Room. He's not Tailwinding. Sash and Light Clay. Ugh, Light Clay. Okay, yeah. I'm definitely Dynamaxing and just trying to get rid of this Raikou this turn. I'm going to go for the Trick Room. I'm going to go for the Dynamax Quake onto Raikou. I'm going to hopefully knock it out. We're not wasting any time here with this Dynamax. My opponent is going to hold their Dynamax, which is a little bit scary. But if we get some serious snowball going here with the Glacier, we should be okay. Get it? Snowball? It's ice. Haha. Taunt is going to happen, sadly. But oh well. He taunts us, so be it. And then sets up the Reflect here. If that's the case, we should not actually be KOing here. This just still hurt a lot, though. Yeah, still does a lot of damage. I mean, I could just take this opportunity to hard swap now. He's gonna get all of his stuff up. And sadly, I don't have Brick Break on this Dusclops. I have Rock Tomb instead. I could have carried Brick Break though. I'm gonna hard swap into my Coco. And then Hailstorm into Whim. That should still knock the Whim down to its Sash. And then knock it out with the Hailstorm. The only reason I'm doing this is to reset the Taunt and get rid of the Whim so I can reset my Trick Room. It also helps by getting Electric Terrain up. There's the Moonblast. Okay, well that's going to tickle. And then the Thunderbolt. That's going to hurt a little bit more, but it's still not going to do much. Paralyze, okay. Everything that's bad is happening, but hey, we break through. We hit the Hailstorm. And we theoretically get rid of Whim. Sweet. I think now we just hard swap back in the Dusclops. Do I have Volt Switch on this? No, I think I have Discharge. Yeah, no Volt Switch. I sadly break my own Sash too, though. Oh well. It's for the cause. Okay, Raikou takes two more Hail turns of Mr. Buffett. Mr. Warren Buffett. And then what we can do is... Ugh, Mamoswine. Yeah, I think we have to bring in Dusclops here. Yeah, for sure. Or we just take this opportunity to get some damage off on Mamo. Maybe we just do that, and then we have that safe switch to the Dusclops. Could actually Steel Spike the Mamo too. Yeah, it'll raise our defenses. Let's do that. I think Mamo goes hard on that Coco spot. And then by doing that, we get some damage off on the Mamoswine, who isn't actually too tanky, unless it's vested. A Safari Ball Mamo. That's actually a pretty cool ball for a Mamo, I'm not gonna lie. That's a very nice ball for Mamo. I never even thought about that. I feel like you'd find Mamo in a Safari. You could ride a Mamoswine. Alright, let's see. Dazzling Gleam should KO the Raikou. Get a little bit of chip damage off on Mamo. Actually, not a lot. Maybe it's all vested? It's definitely going to be hard to KO now that he just went for the Quake onto my Coco. The only good news here is we set up Trick Room now. We got rid of his Taunt, brought him down to his last two Pokemon. He's Life Orbed. Okay, so I'm just doing no damage. Anyway, Steel Spike now. Into the Mamo. Look at that damage, though. Okay. Give me that crit. I see you, big horse. I see you. Alright, let's go into Dusclops now. And we just Trick Room all day, every day. Probably Protect with our Glacier as well. Yucky, 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 yucky. Urshifu's holding Choice Band. That is very yucky. Real talk, I don't think my Dusclops takes this. But I also don't think my Electivire takes this. I'm gonna throw everything I have at the Mamoswine. And go for a nice Skull Crash on this Urshifu. Beautiful. Okay, that's good. The Urshifu probably thinks he's gonna knock out my my Dusclops here for obvious reasons. He went for the Glastrier and didn't KO, but I get parried. Are you joking? I just broke my Switch. Come on, man. I'm gonna Trick Room. That's so bad, man. I got parried there. I would have KO'd this Urshifu. Oh well. That might be game there. I actually don't know why he did that. Wait, he just gave me a chance to win again. He could have just Quaked there. He's gonna Quake and KO his own Mamoswine here. With the Life Orb. Wait, I still win! Why am I worried? I think I still win. Am I still in Electric Terrain after this turn? If I'm still in Electric Terrain, that's GG. Because I set up Trick Room here now. Alright, cool. Trick Room is set. Urshifu is probably max speed, Choice Banded and stuff. Which means my Electivire, who's Adamant and max speed, should be underspeeding Urshifu. Even if I was Jolly, I should be underspeeding Urshifu. And I believe the Electric Terrain remains on the field, so I can just fire off a Wild Charge. Electivire is going to finish the game with the final KO, boys. Let's go for the Nightshade. Let's go for the Wild Charge, and let's end the game. I can't believe I won this. That's nuts. There's a Nightshade. Bring it down to a more favorable health. Here's the Wild Charge. Electivire. Ending the game. Beating the Urshifu. Even the Para couldn't save my opponent. Oh, my poor Switch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Switch. You guys are wondering what happened. I slammed my desk so hard, my Switch jumped out of its dock and then inserted itself again. Anyway, let's get you guys this rental theme. And here is the Electivire team, the very well-requested Electivire team. Make sure to try this out yourselves, guys. Grab the rental code in the description because it is a lot of fun. It's not the best team in the world. It does lack a couple things that I can tell. A fake outer would have been nice here, I think, in a lot of battles, especially when you're against Tailwind. But thankfully, when you're against Tailwind, you just bring Trick Room and you're kind of fine in that sense. So the whole Trick Room option here is just, like, amazing. And also, if you're playing this on the ladder, don't be afraid to bring the Trick Room option as well. You don't have to bring Electivire to every game. I brought it to every game just simply because this is the Electivire video, so I like to showcase, you know, the Pokemon that I'm titling the video after. But there are definitely situations where Electivire wasn't the favorable Pokemon, and the Glastrier, Dynamax with weakness policy, and Rock Tomb breaking the weakness policy would have been more than enough to just sweep a team. Yeah, that's just my opinion of this team. If you guys enjoy this, make sure to come back to this video. And after you try this out on the ladder, come back to this video, leave a comment saying how well you did with this team. I really appreciate it. I love knowing how well people do with the teams. Anyway, I'm Kevin, this is Pokésports. Have a great night. Peace out.